And a fine snowy morning to you. Hello, it's Karen coming to you from Salt and Sand Studios. We're live today, November something, something, something. I recognize that no month has a date that has three characters in it. Anyway, I tried to find some things that you could get around your house that would be helpful for today's Let's Not Do Yoga. Um, the concept here is, well, it's not the concept, but it's the truth that yoga comes from within. So, what I offer in practice today is an opportunity to start quiet, to end quiet, so that awareness becomes and observance become the most become forefront, and some shapes that you are welcome to find your way into slowly, adjust yourself, or find something, discover something different. Because the fact is, as I mentioned, that yoga is not necessarily just about all this movement, right? There's breath, and there's intention, and there's meditation, and there's the energetic layers. There's what's going on right outside your body and inside your body and in your heart mind. So there's 8 limbs of yoga. We're not going to do all of them today. So if you can find a blanket or a towel, I'll give you a moment for this, and maybe a bed pillow or a chunky cushion. I am using a bolster. The beginning of the class, I know I said I'd give you a moment. We are going to set up parallel to the mat our pillow of whatever kind. And we'll take our blanket or towel. By the way, you don't have to do it this way. You don't necessarily need something underneath you. We're going to place sort of to tilt that upward. And then we're going to go ahead and sit. Scoot the lower back, the bottom, to the larger pillow and have a little lie down. You might stretch your legs, you might bend your knees. This is all about finding an opening in the heart to give us that orientation toward receiving. So I'm going to take a nice, big, long, full body stretch here, breathing in and in and in. And letting it go. My arms flop down. Sometimes we need a little get the ground closer with the arms, and you're welcome to do that. If this feels a little weird on your back, you might bend your knees. My pillow's a little bit high. Or you can find a Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together. Take a nice big, 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 big breath in. And release it out the mouth. So you can slither the shoulder blades a little more toward the hips on each side. And we're going to get quiet. We're going to consider first what it is that motivated us to come to the mat today. There's no effort in anything here. The pillow is helping open up the heart. The arms dropped out to the sides also help to open up the collarbones and the rest of the chest. Now bring to mind an intention, and perhaps it's an intention for the day, something that you can take off the mat with you. What we're doing on the mat is practicing for off the mat so that we are more resilient, we are more stable, we are more giving and kind and compassionate. outside tension. Go ahead and extend your legs if they're not, and bring them together like they create a tree trunk. Send the toes up toward the sky or toward your forehead and reach your heels away from you. The arms now rise overhead. We're going to first interlace the fingers and then reach with some dynamic tension. Reach the elbows outward. You might start to feel something under your armpits and in your shoulders. Then we'll go ahead and keep the fingers interlaced, send the palms away from the top of the head, and then stretch the arms back as if you're placing your biceps by your ears. And once you've done that stretch, we'll go ahead and turn the palms over and reach back behind us, biceps by your ears, reach your toes forward, inhale deeply. Let everything go. 1 foot at a time to the floor. And shift onto your left hip, rolling over. Take your time. Grab your pillow or your bolster, whatever that is, and bring it parallel to you. And what we're going to do is take a twist. So you're going to come to your left side and your head is on your left arm. We're going to take the body and roll it just the mid body up so that the spine is on the mat. You need to shift around a little bit. So now your arms are out in a T. Take your right leg, cross it over your left, and let it rest on the pillow. You might need to put your blanket atop your pillow as well. And we take a peek over the right shoulder. This is a really sweet stretch. It might be too much for some, so you're welcome to bend that right knee if you need to, or you can just stack your knees, not using your pillow. Observe. Go inside. What is it that makes this pose appropriate for you? What are you gaining from it? Perhaps it's a loosening of tension. Maybe there are some emotions arising as a result of the pose. That's all goodness. Maybe it feeds into a manifestation of your intention. Check that right shoulder especially is not scooped up toward your ear. And gently release the right leg, bend your knee. We're going to come on to the other side. So you might come to your back, grab your bolster or pillow or blanket, haul it on over to the right side. Arms in a T, shift your hips over to the left. Come on to your right side and stretch your left foot or leg toward that pillow so you can rest it up top. Gaze moves over to the left. And as I scan my body, I can see that I am not quite as relaxed as I was on the other side. So I'm just going to take a few movements to find where I can embody this from the inside. Feeling my mid back stretch, the inner left hip. And once again, we bend the left knee. This time we roll onto our backs. Big breath in. And big breath out. It's like I'm doing a snow angel. In. Reach, 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 and out. Hug your knees in and find your way to a seat. Cross your ankles however it feels right for you. And hopefully you do have a pillow because we're going to take it, hug it with our legs. You can barely see my head. Like, and give it a hug. Maybe your chin is on it. Maybe your forehead is on it. We all need a hug, and we don't get one every day necessarily, especially if we live alone. Make sure everything's comfortable. Back is strong. Sitting bones are rooting into the floor. We're going to go ahead and find a child's pose, and we're going to use our pillow to do that. So go ahead and drop the pillow to the floor. Scoot back. Come into your child's with nice wide knees and draw your pillow in between the knees. Send the bottom toward your heels, and then slowly the belly, the chest, the chin. You might turn your head to one side. Supported child's. Oh, it's so lovely here. No thinking, no list making, no doing, just being. Be what your body and your heart and your mind and your spirit gather from inside. And lift and turn your head the other way. Bring your hands under your shoulders, your forehead back to the mat. Slowly find your way up and scoot your pillow forward. We're going to bring the palms to the pillow. Bring the knees inward and step the left foot outside the pillow or the bolster, whatever you got there. And then the right foot. So a little bend in your knees. Send your sitting bones high and your head starts to get heavy. You can drop your hands beside the bolster or pillow if it feels okay. Otherwise, keep the hands there to bring the mat, the floor closer. You might lengthen your legs a little bit. Maybe you even take a rag doll. Take a little sway left and right. Nod your head, shake your head, open and close your jaw. Waggle the eyebrows. Draw your hands to your shins just under your kneecaps. Slight bend in the knees. Use the belly. Press into the shins. Halfway lift. Wow, I'm close to the camera. Shoulders back. And release and fold. Find your way up to stand. So you'll have wide legs and my head disappears. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Interlace your fingers together behind you. Maybe the arms get nice and long. Maybe they don't, but we're opening up right from the center of the throat outward. Heart's lifting. If your knees are locked, soften them. Draw the belly a little in and up. Bend your knees. It's like a high chair or a bar stool we're sitting in. And then we're going to hinge at our hips coming halfway down. So knees are slightly bent. Nose is pointed toward the ground. See if you can lift the arms away from your low back, but draw your belly in and up. Press into the feet, send the hips really high, fold deeper, hinging at your hips. Bring your hands back to your pillow, your blanket, or your bolster. Take the right hand under your nose, bend the right knee. Do not shift your weight. You want as much equilibrium foot to foot as possible. Press a lot of energy into the left foot. Bring your left hand to your heart. Rise halfway up, just like you did before, a long flat back. And then as you exhale and twist, you're welcome to float that left arm up. Your IT band on the left side should be experiencing something. And that might cause some emotions to arise. That's okay. If you don't feel much here, the first thing to do is ensure you're lifted halfway and ensure you're twisting the navel around the spine. If you still have more space to work with, you could straighten out your right leg. And if you still have more space to work with, bringing your feet a little bit closer to the pillow can work. Maybe you take a half bind here, gives you a little more space to twist. I'm finding benefit in my spine, which is realigning here. It's kind of popping. And then we'll allow our body to find the other direction. So the left hand drops, both legs straighten, left knee bends, right hand to your heart, halfway lift. Twist on the exhale. If the body is guiding you and saying, feel free to open up the right arm, take it. So there's a physical aspect to this. What's happening in the heart? What's happening in the mind? Half bind if it works for you. Lengthen both legs, unfold. Take your pillow, bend your knees, and draw your pillow halfway, all the way to its end. If you can, you're going to go ahead and put your forearms on it. If you just have a pillow, this won't work, and you can find a halfway lift. We will drop as we rise up. We'll drop our pillow to the side. I'm going to remove my now warmed up layer from my body. And we find mountain pose. Mountain pose is sort of interesting because it comes from the feet and the crown of the head. So come back to your breath, aware of it. And see if you can follow the shape of the body from the inside, from inside the ankles, all the way up to the crown of the head. Draw your hands to your hips. Remember, whatever works for you, whatever your body guides you to is where you go. If it doesn't feel good or it's bringing up trauma or too much energy, whatever it is, allow the body to find what works. We're going to reach the left arm forward, keep the hips squared out, and reach the right arm behind. So it's not a super deep twist. You can even things out and bring your left hand to the left a bit more. Your back thumb is up. Your head is turned in that direction and your eyeballs move as far along that path as possible. As we come forward, hands to the hips. I feel like a cheerleader. Right arm forward, left arm behind, and take your twist. Even out the arms. Maybe the right arm spreads a little to the right. Gaze to the left thumb. We draw arms forward and they lock into our shoulders. We bend the knees into a sort of high chair. We're going to go ahead and lift to the balls of the feet. Sink down a little bit more. Stay there. Bring your heels down. Spread your toes away from the mat. And starting with the pinky toes, bring them down one at a time. We're going to sink deeper, sending the bottom out and the belly to the thighs. The neck is parallel to the earth and the arms, the biceps are by your ears. A deep chair pose. Press into the feet, send the hips high, forward fold. Halfway lift. 2 breaths here. We are being, we are not doing. So how do we be in this posture in a way that benefits not just the body, but the insides, the heart, mind. Exhale, forward fold, runner's lunge, left foot way to the back of the mat. Hands move back. If they're sort of more parallel with the arch of the foot, you will find more stability. Draw the heart forward, the belly up. If it feels right for you, we're going to tap the back knee down and lift it back up again. For a twist, left hand or fingertips down, and the right arm or elbow floats upward. Press into the big toe mound of the right foot and reach the left heel behind you. Where do you feel this? Get curious. What are your insides? What is your heart, your spirit telling you? Right hand comes down, back knee comes down, and we glide the front foot forward, half split. Just like the other folding poses, we're reaching forward with the heart and then folding. Don't worry about getting close to the shin or the knee with your nose, shoulders back. What is your body telling you about this? Are you holding on to something somewhere? Can you let go? Does this posture even work for you today? Should you find something else? Hands will come inside that leg. We'll bring the foot a little more outward, but still bend the knee over the ankle. Peel the foot open like a book. Walk your hands forward. Send your pelvis forward. If your heart mind is guiding you to come out of it and back in, feel free to stretch out the spine. reaching the hips back, and then come forward again. Cold winter morning here, so it might feel better to play with the hips. Heel toe that foot back toward the center. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and step forward. Rise to stand. Interlace your fingers overhead, send your palms to the sky, and take a tilt over to the right. We're not sticking our hip way out to the left. We're finding an opening from the left hip all the way to the tips of the fingers, maybe more in the ribs and the chest and the underarm. Rise up. Other side. We are being, we are becoming, we are taking our yoga from within and spreading it without. Rise back up. We're going to find our chair pose once again. This time our arms come behind us, so we're in sort of almost a high chair pose. Lift to the balls of the feet. Come deeper. Bring the heels down. We're going to take again the belly toward the thighs and reach the arms in front of us. Activate the triceps. What is the power you find from within to create a shape that makes sense for your body? And a forward fold. Press the hips high. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Glide the right foot back as far as possible. Find your way there. You don't have to make it a 10 immediately reaching into that posture. Runner's lunge. Heel reaches away. Heart reaches forward. Tap the back knee and lengthen it. Tap the knee and lengthen it into our twist. Left hand down, right knee taps down and remains. Untuck your toes. Shift your hips back a little bit and scoot your left foot forward for your half split Ardha Hanumanasana. Shoulders back, belly in, heart forward. We're not adding pressure to the neck by lifting the head or dropping the head. Left hand moves inside the left leg. We scoot that foot back so that the knee comes directly over the ankle. I'm going to kind of widen my stance here. You can peel that foot open like a book. Walk the hands forward. Send your pelvis forward. If your shoulders are scrunched around your ears, go ahead and loosen them. And maybe you notice you're not holding on as much in this side, or you're holding on more. And then you kind of scan the heart, the mind, the emotions to see if there's any particular reason that might be. Other than that, well, heck, it's a little cooler in many places. Maybe not Florida, maybe not Chicago, maybe not so much Atlanta, but definitely Vermont. And maybe a little rock. Foot comes down, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. We will step into a bent knee forward fold again. And then we'll rise up to stand, maybe heel toe feet a little closer together. Bend your left elbow so the fingers come behind you, and take your right hand on your left elbow and see if you can help it move more upward so the fingers come down the middle of the back. If you've arched your back a lot, see if you can stand up straighter. And if you'd like to try it, take the right arm out to the right, thumb pointing down, and bring the hand behind your back. You might use a little scooting to point those fingers up. You might have enough stretch in your shoulders to actually find a bind. I do not. And then we'll take that right hand, interlace the fingers, press the hands to the back of the head, and reach out with the elbows. This time, right elbow up, left hand on that. Press your head back, stand up nice and tall, draw the belly in, soften your knees so you're not dumping it all in your low back. For that half bind or maybe a full bind, left arm out to the left, thumb down. Sweep that hand behind you. And maybe it scoots up a little bit. My shoulders are not quite open enough. And both arms come behind your back. See if you can hold on to your wrists or forearms or elbows and press the forearms down like you're pressing the flesh of the bottom down. Hands to your hips. We're going to find a kind of lightweight chair. Maybe you move your feet a little more together. We're going to lift onto the toes of the right foot. If you like, I'll go ahead and lift the knee up. We're going to glide or slide or reach the right foot back and find our crescent warrior. You might start out with your hands by your sides to help find the back bend, but also to find a steadiness, and not just in your feet and your thighs, but also in your heart and your breath. Once you're there, we'll reach the arms overhead and open up for a warrior 2. Reverse. Warrior 2. We'll step into chair, coming to the ball of the back foot and back to our chair pose. Hands to your heart or your hips. We bring our left toes to the mat. Maybe we lift the knee. Drishti. And we slide, glide, or step into our crescent on this side. Finding your space, finding your place. Not worrying about the fact that it's a posture that quote unquote should look a certain way. Find the yoga from within inside. What feels like it's benefiting you? Woo! I'm all over the place on this side. Open up warrior 2. That's because I lost my focus. Reverse. Warrior 2. One more time, we step into chair and then take that really deep chair. Bum down, nose facing the ground, hands drop down, lift the hips, forward fold. Step back into a down dog. Maybe pedal it out. Peel forward, plank. Maybe your knees drop down, but see if you can come all the way down to the mat, starting with the forehead, the nose, the chin, the heart, the belly, and the hips. Hands by your sides, legs move a little apart, left ear to the ground. Turn your head to the other side so your right cheek and ear are to the ground. Go ahead and bring your arms into a cactus shape. Stretch your left arm straight out to the left. Bring your right palm under your right shoulder. Scoot your legs together like a tree trunk. Oops, I did it the wrong way. Right arm straight out to the right and left hand under your left shoulder. We're going to press into that left hand, roll onto the right side. We're opening up the right shoulder and chest. Your left leg might lift up. You might bend the left knee. You could always reach around with the left hand for a quad stretch, or simply drop the left foot behind your right thigh or calf. And remember, rather than lying here and thinking about the shape and the pose, we're not doing the yoga. We are the yoga. And when you're ready, we draw onto the belly. Forehead down to the mat. Knees bend and a little wiggle waggle windshield wiper. Could always do this with the legs down and just wiggle waggle the hips, giving a little benefit to the low back. Feet down, zip up the legs like a tree trunk, left ear to the mat, left arm straight out to the left, palm down, right hand under your shoulder, and press yourself onto your left side. Take your time here. Maybe play with the upper leg. Roll back to the belly, roll out the barrel, and arms wherever it feels okay. Maybe they're up front, knees bend, and windshield wiper left and right. With your arms remaining straight overhead, let the feet come down to the mat. Very gently, stretching from the right hip all the way to the right fingertips. Lift the arm off the mat. It might only come up a couple of inches, and bring it back down. Lengthen that left leg out of the hip and then lift that leg a couple inches off the mat. Bring it back down. Stretch the left arm long, lift it up. Drop it down. Stretch the right leg out of your hip, lift it up. Not just the knee, the whole leg, so you're using your glutes. Drop it down. Right arm, left leg, and your head and collarbones lift up, a little back bend, and down. Left arm, right leg, lift up, and back down. Both arms, both legs, use the belly, use the glutes, stretch and lift, use the breath. And all the way back down. One more back bend, hands come outside the chest. We take a little cobra or a deep cobra. Bring the legs nice and wide, shoulders away from the ears, and then bend your knees, bringing your toes toward each other and your heels toward your bottom. a cobra prep. After this, we definitely need two things: a child's pose and a twist. So let's go ahead and find a child's pose. You're welcome to use your pillow or bolster if you have it. Right, you don't want the bottom reaching up above the pillow, so let the sitting bones come toward the heels. Rest the arms. Guide the breath up and down the spine. Take your time. Loosen the shoulders. Guide the breath left and right across your low back, as if your sacrum could take up more space in your space. And other way. Now we're going to have a little fun. We're going to come back up to our knees, eliminate our prop. Without crawling forward, staying where you are, come onto your seat. So you should be at the back of your mat with your legs in front. Now hopefully my mat won't move around. Arms can come forward, lock into your shoulders, and then we're going to use our glutes and our belly and our legs to walk forward. I love this one. And once you've come far enough, we'll go ahead and take the soles of the feet together to move into our twist. Left hand outside your right thigh, right hand behind you. We sit up nice and tall. Keep pressing the knees out and down, even as you twist. Inhale, front and center, swing around to the other side. Inhale to the center. We're going to find our way all the way down to our backs. If you need some sort of movement or shape that your body guides you to, or your mind, take that. It might be a little swashbuckling. Is that what it's called? Swashbuckling of the knees left and right. Maybe legs up the wall. Maybe Supta Baddha Konasana. I do want to leave an extra couple of minutes for quietude at the end. We don't often get much of a Shavasana in this practice. So find the shape. Just observe, don't think. What is the right Shavasana shape or the best one in this moment for your body to relax? Become aware. All the parts of the body that are touching something. The ground, your mat, a pillow. Let them get heavier. Observe the breath without changing it. Observe how it changes the body and how, when you observe the breath, sometimes it becomes lengthier. Observe anything that might arise, emotions, thoughts, sensations. Let them flow, almost like a revolving door, so that they're acknowledged, they're listened to, they're seen, they're heard. And then as they move along, you allow them to move along, they pop out the door on the other side. Invite the breath to deepen again, and then allow the breath permission to invite the body to move. You might make fists and spread everything wide with the feet and the toes. You might take a full body stretch. You might find ankle and wrist circles feel good. Knees can bend, allowing you to roll onto one side and return to your intention. And consider that yoga, while probably the most popular aspect of it is the asana practice, the physical practice. And we think about it as doing. We're doing yoga, we're practicing yoga. Even meditation, we're practicing meditation. While in many ways that's true, what we're doing is manifesting the yoga that is already inside us. We're kind of putting it to work in a way to remind ourselves that we were born with compassion, and that over time that compassion becomes obscured and scratched and dirty and fuzzy. And by bringing our yoga foremost, feel free to sit up, foremost in our hearts and our minds, we manifest that, we clean off the compassion and we bring it forth and show it to ourselves and show it to others. Hands at your heart for an Om. Breathe in fully. Namaste. A treasure to have your energy over the interwebs, and I will see you next week. I won't see you, you'll see me. And feel free to practice throughout the week with the more than 100 videos on our YouTube channel for Salt and Sand Studios. Take care. Bye.